Let's hear it for Vivienne.
It's a tall girl convention. So Sunday morning, I had just finished with my sermon, and I'd sat back down in my chair on the chancel, and I was listening to my organist, who could quite charitably be described as incompetent, bang out some down-tempo version of a Mighty Fortress. It's not supposed to be in a minor key, but there it was. And I realized that I had to tell the secret that was the secret that I'd kept with me for 35 years. Let's say 30 years. Telling more secrets than I intended to. And this was very dangerous territory for me, because this was the secret that I had earlier in my life believed that if it ever come to light, I would rather die than have this secret come to light. And when my mother, when I was 16, had become aware of this dirty, horrible, awful secret, it found me locked in my bedroom with an upturned wrist and an X-Acto knife. And so, as I went through the rest of the worship service, I did the humana, 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 I blessed the crackers, we did the shot of the wine. And I started to walk, it was end of service, and I was walking out, and I was shaking hands with my parishioners, and I did not like my parishioners, okay? There was not one of them that I thought was anything but just a bastard. I am not making that up. They were horrible people, okay? Horrible people. But that morning, knowing that I had to walk across the parking lot and tell this secret, I took my time. I was like, Betty, yes, I want to hear about your goiter. I've never heard this story before. Hey, Sunday school, let's find out what they're doing. Ordinarily, it was I'm out of there right away. I hate you people. Finally, the last person toddled off, and I had to walk across the parking lot. And I did it very slowly. And I got over to the parsonage, and I opened up the back door, and I walked into the kitchen, and my wife, who no longer worshiped at this congregation, remember I said they were horrible people, there are reasons. She greeted me warmly, she smiled, she handed me a cup of coffee, and I thought, oh God, this is horrible, I'm ending everything. And I sipped my coffee, and we talked, and we had great conversation, and my heart was racing, and my stomach was full of butterflies, and my blood pressure was just through the roof. And I'm trying to think of a way, how can I slip this into polite conversation? What's the segue gonna be? We're talking about what we're gonna do for the rest of the day. I'm like, yeah, that's great. We sit down and we eat, and we have waffles, and we have some bacon, and it is fantastic. It's like the last supper, right? Except it's the breakfast. And finally, I haven't come up, I know, this is, I'm swallowing, and the knot in my throat is just blocking all the waffles as I'm swallowing. And we're having breakfast, and it's great. And then my wife gets up. She's gonna get dressed for the day. She's wearing this big, fluffy, red bathrobe. And I stop her. I know that if I don't summon all of my courage to just be out with it now, it'll be at least another decade before I can do this again. And so I stop her, and I slide my hand into her bathrobe, and I cup her boob, because this is the position you want to be in when you're exchanging life-changing information, right? Right? Yes, it was an aneurysm. Crack myself up. It's a true story. So I'm standing there, and I cover her boob, and I say, sweetie, you have beautiful boobs. And she looks at me, and she smiles, and she giggles the way that a woman who has been with a man for 10 years and has seen it all and heard it all and is sick of it all can do. And I say, no, you don't understand. You have fantastic boobs, and I wish that I had my own. And what I have to tell you is that I have always understood that I was supposed to be a woman, and that I don't know what this means for us, and I hope that it doesn't change anything. And I don't know what this means for the future. I don't know what I want. I don't want anything to really change right now, but this is a part of who I am. And you're a part of who I am, and so I think that it's only fair that you know. And then I stopped. And the earth stopped turning on its axis for a minute. It's about 36 hours actually in my brain, the way I remember it. And I stopped breathing, and my heart rate that had previously been crazy stopped. Not a heartbeat, not a breath. And I listened. I'm still holding the boob. And she looks up at me and she smiles and she says, I know. Thank you.